Well, hey everybody, how's it going? It's Outland. Welcome to another chat here on Sunday night. Well, if you guys couldn't tell, I'm really bored, so I thought I would do another chat. Just talk about the holidays, what I've been doing, what's been going on, and I did get a little bit of gear for the holidays, so I thought I'd chat about that. If you guys have anything you want to chat about, make sure you leave a comment, and let's see who all we've got in the chat already. We got That Hiking Guy, we got Carlson's on, and Unpaved Explorers here. Hey guys, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining me tonight. Guess you guys are all as bored as I am. Well, I've been off for the last week already, and I'm off this coming week, so I've had a lot of time to kill. I've been trying to do some projects around the house. My wife's kept me pretty busy with stuff. We've been working here in the basement. I'm actually in my basement studio. It doesn't look like a whole lot right now at the moment, but I actually am down here, and this has been like a year in the making, this basement studio. I have been trying to get this thing together forever. I got these lights last Christmas, exactly a year ago, and these lights that I'm using, with the intent of making this basement studio. And I just, with 2020 being the way it was, I just didn't have the motivation to do it, and I just didn't work on it. So I decided now is a good time, with all this free time off, to get this studio together and get everything the way I want it. So it's getting there. It's not exactly the way I want yet, but there's still some things I need. Right now My table is a fold-out card table that I'm sitting on here. I don't have a cool table yet, but I'm going to get like a nice farmhouse-style desk for that. And then up until now, I've been doing all my broadcasts up in the bedroom, and that's also my work area where I do all my work, because I've been working from home since March. So I have multiple monitors up there. I have a dual monitor display plus the laptop. So it made it very easy to do stuff like this, because I could have multiple things on different screens. I could have the chats on different screens, and it was really convenient. So I don't have any additional monitors down here. I've just got the laptop set up, and then I do have a Chromebook over here on the side that I'm using to kind of monitor the chat going on there. But it's getting there, and once I get all the technology pieces worked out, it'll be fine. But it's gonna be nice, and this backdrop you see behind me is gonna be different. I'm gonna have something a little classier back behind me. But I put a picture up there just to have something behind me other than a blank wall. That is, you can't tell because of the bokeh, but that is the map of the Smokies. It's a 3D relief map of the Smokies that I have behind me. And that was hanging in my office at work up until March. And I was like, well, I don't know when I'm going to be coming back to work anytime soon. So instead of that picture hanging up in an empty office, I'm going to bring it home. So I brought it home and hung it up down here. So it's serving a good purpose again. But I'm going to have some cool stuff to hang behind me. And hopefully I'll be on the level of the Shill brothers here with my studio set up. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so wow, what a crazy year, huh? How's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a good holiday. I hope you had a good Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a good time, got some rest, and enjoyed some time off with family and things like that. I did. I had a very good Christmas, and I did actually get some gear. So I thought I would show you guys some of the stuff I got, some of the goodies. But before that, just real quick, I'm drinking, my beer of choice tonight is from 18th Street Brewery. This is called Jade in a Haze. This is a very, very good, I don't know where 18th Street is. They must be an Ohio brewery, I think. No, they're Indiana. Hammond, Indiana. Chris, Indiana brewery. But super good beer. Very tasty. Thank you so much to my buddy Cameron, who got me some amazing beers for Christmas. He showed up on my doorstep on Christmas Eve with a 12-pack of beers. What a fantastic dude. Cameron, if you're watching, buddy, I really, really appreciate that, man. That totally made my Christmas. That was awesome. But yeah, so I did get like I said, I did get a few pieces of new gear. And some of them were surprises, and some of them I picked out. Well, really, there was only one major surprise. Thought I'd show you. Before that, let's just look at the comments here. So those guys are talking. Anyone get outside today? As Carlson's asking, did anybody get outside? Besides, has anybody gotten out other than me? Because I have not gotten out. I was supposed to go on a trip with Chris, that hiking guy. That didn't work out. And then I wanted to try to go down to the gorge last week, and that did not work out either. And so I've had all this time and have not got to go outside, and it's been rough. I've been really wanting to get out and do something. So I know Chris has been getting out, and I know Chris was planning on going to Smokies, but he decided not to go. I guess that got canceled. That got scrubbed. Looked like he went to Land of the Lakes instead. Land Between the Lakes, I mean. Looked like that was very pretty down there. I've been wanting to get down to Land Between the Lakes forever, and still have not made it. Another place on my list. Man, so many places on my list, and I always end up going either the same places or no place at all, which has pretty much been the case lately. No place at all. Sitting at home. Harley Dude says, hey dude, I was out for 4 days over Christmas. Man, that sounds fantastic. I would have loved to have gotten out. And that trip I had wanted to go to the gorge last week, backpacking with Jason and Jeremiah Stringer, and they picked like the perfect overnight day. Like it got up to like 60 some degrees, I think, that day. It was perfect weather, and then the weather went to heck. But man, they got out of there before that. But yeah, Chris, so you didn't make it to the Smokies, man. What happened? Was it the snow or what was it? Carlson went to McCormick's Creek today. That sounds like, I don't know where that is. I'll have to look that up. Rotomedic Vance got my sweet 0 degree UGQ quilt in the day before Christmas Eve. Man, that's good timing. Get a 0 degree quilt. That is something I really, really need to pick up, is a 0 degree. For sure. Todd says I got to take down the Christmas lights. That's about it. Yeah, that's what I did today. It was 50 degrees today, and I decided I'm going to go outside and take down the Christmas lights because I am tired of plugging them in every day. So, yeah, that was about as far outside as I got, was unplugging the Christmas lights. Yay, good times. But anyways, 2020, as crazy as it's been, I just put out a video on some of the trips that I did get to take over 2020. And I did, surprisingly get out. And despite everything, got to see some cool places, some new places this year. And I got to go to West Virginia, Seneca Creek, Spruce Knob area. Absolutely amazing, guys. I can't say it enough. Go there and check it out. It is fantastic. If you've ever been to the Dolly Sods area, or just, if you've ever been hiking in West Virginia in general, you'll know what I'm talking about. But man, the Spruce Knob area was just gorgeous. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, those mountains and the streams and everything. But I'll tell you, I thought Dolly Sods was rough, but Spruce Knob was pretty rough. In that area, the amount of water crossings that are in that area, you cross Seneca Creek on that trail, I think I lost count after 10 or 11 crossings. And none of them are just little hop, skips, and jumps over the water. It's literally, there's a couple places it was waist deep. And this was in the middle of, I think this was May or June. It wasn't the rainy season. I mean, this was close to summer. And it was still deep water. And I can't imagine being there in the winter and having to cross that water, or the early spring, having to cross those water crossings. I can't even imagine, because you'd be talking about chest deep water. But if you like adventure and that kind of stuff, then definitely, yeah, check that out for sure. Oh, thanks, Carlson. Oh, man, I keep hitting my mic. Sorry about that. Hopefully that's not too loud. But yeah, that 3-part video series that I did on Seneca Creek, that was so fun to do. Just really had a blast. making that video series. So I am looking forward to doing some stuff like that again this year. I want to try to visit some new places and maybe break my videos up again like that. I think people enjoy kind of watching shorter videos than trying to stream one big hour-and-a-half long video. I've kind of found that's works a little bit better when making my videos. So yeah, so we'll see what 2021 brings. Like I said in my flashback video, I don't know really. I have ideas of places I want to go, but already things are kind of looking like they're not going to happen. The Oil Creek trip that we had hoped to do this year, because we wanted to make it an annual kind of thing, I don't think that's going to happen, because right now you have to have, if you're from out of state, you have to go and quarantine for something like 2 weeks, like 14 days, when you enter the state of Pennsylvania. At least that's how it was a week or two ago when we last checked. Maybe that's changed, but I don't think it has. So, that's just not feasible at all. We're talking about, I want to go up there and do a 2 or 3 night trip and come back. That's not happening. I can't quarantine. And so I can't risk breaking a quarantine in another state and all that stuff. So I really hope things kind of clear up and get better soon. I just, because I can't do another year like 2020. I just can't. Hey, Hooks and Hammocks is here. Hey, how's it going? Chris is talking about being up at Cosby Campground past AT to Camp 37 Big Creek Trail. Back. Okay, he's talking back to Cosby. He's talking about the Smokies, I guess. Yeah, so I'm bummed you didn't get to do that Smokies trip, Chris. We'll have to talk about that more when you get a chance, buddy. But anyway, let me show you some of this gear that I got. Play show and tell here a little bit. So this item that I got from my brother-in-law for Christmas, I was super surprised, because this thing's been on my wish list forever, and I've just been too cheap to buy it. So I never wanted to spend the money and get it. So he must have felt sorry for me and said, probably, I'm guessing this is because of our man camp trip that we did back in October, where I was literally carrying my camera for the entire 14-mile hike that we did. I'm guessing my brother-in-law was like, well, I need to get Lance something to put, someplace to put his camera. And if you guys know from the channel, you know that I do have a pouch that Superior Wilderness Designs made me that goes on my SWD pack that I use for backpacking. And I usually put my camera in there and kind of, pull it out and put it in. But for day hiking and things like that, I don't usually take that pouch. And sometimes it's just kind of inconvenient to have that, because I'm tired and I want to keep putting the camera away, taking it back out, putting it away. Sometimes I'll just hike and just carry the camera the entire time. So my brother-in-law picked up this for me. This is the Peak Designs camera clip, and this thing is absolutely awesome. Like I said, it's been on my list for stinking ever. I just didn't want to spend the money to buy one. I looked at a knockoff, but I didn't like the quality of the knockoff. I wanted the original, and he got me this for Christmas. So I was super excited to see this. When I opened the package, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. And at first I was just like, whoa, is this, wow, really it is. And but this thing is absolutely fantastic. And if you don't know what this clip is, basically it has 2 screws. And if you unscrew the one side, you basically open it up like this, and it goes on your strap of your pack, and then you just seal it back up, tighten the screw, and it can go wherever you want, up here, over here, like that, if you can see me or not. But and then there's an Arca-Swiss plate that goes on the back of the camera, and which is actually on my camera now, so I can't show you because I'm using that camera to film. But the Arca-Swiss plate attaches to the bottom of the camera, and then it clips into the plate, and it snaps in there, and it actually locks into the plate. So there is a push button release for it to come out. But so you just set it there on your pack strap like that, and then you set the camera, and it clips into place face down like that, and you can just basically have your hands free, because the camera is always at the ready. It's right here right attached to your strap. And then you just, like I said, you push this little button to release it, and boom, you've got it right there. So this little piece of gear is going to save me a lot of heartache because I'm going to have ready access to my camera at all times, and it's going to be right there. And I don't have to worry about putting it in a bag and taking it out and putting it back in the bag. It's going to save me a lot of trouble. So, in addition to that, he also got me there's an additional set that comes separately, but there's a GoPro mount that you can get that works with the plate, and it's the same principle, but it has the GoPro mount on there, the little thing that the screw goes through. It's got a couple different mounts for GoPro, and it comes with a special key. And what else? Oh, and it comes with a really cool little bolt, and then it comes with an angle mount like that. So basically you can mount the GoPro and have it like at the ready right there, and have it always filming. So you can have it pointed up, and basically like a chest mount kind of deal. So I actually do still use my GoPro quite a bit, not so much for hiking these days or for backpacking, but I use it for mountain biking. I kind of got back into mountain biking, or outdoor activities where I know it's going to be rainy, wet, nasty, gross. I'll usually take the GoPro for trips like that because I just don't want to risk messing up my M50. So GoPro, still does pretty darn good video, I'll have to tell you. And so I take that with me on certain trips, and where I'm not too sure about taking the mirrorless camera. So I was excited to see that clip, and I was excited to see the GoPro mount. So really huge thanks to my brother-in-law Paul for that, for thinking about me for that gift, because that is a really awesome gift. I really appreciate it. So that is one cool thing that I got. Pardon me, I'm going to take a drink here before I talk some more. So other things that I got, I usually get cash from my parents for Christmas because they never know what to buy me. So they're usually like, here's some money, go buy yourself camping something. We don't know what you want, but you know what you want, so go get yourself something. So one thing that's been on my list for this year, because I wore them the other day and they literally started falling apart. If you guys know that I've been wearing the Ultra Lone Peaks for a while, don't tell Bryce, but I love my Ultra Lone Peaks. They were worked out really well for me. Everything about them, the zero drop platform, the wide toe box, I love my Lone Peaks. They've been absolutely fantastic. So up until now, I had been wearing the 3.0s. I've had them for a couple years, more than a couple years, maybe 2 or 3 years now. It's been a while. I've been wearing the same 3.0 version of the Lone Peaks, and I went to wear them the other day and just kind of wear them around the block, and I actually had a huge chunk of foam come out of them, like they're literally disintegrating on me. So I was like, well, I guess I know what I need to be getting. So finally bit the bullet, and I ordered these. I'm gonna get them in frame there. The 4.5s, the Lone Peak 4.5s in the gray and orange. I've worn them around a little bit, tested them out, love them. They're super comfy, fantastic. I love these shoes, and I had been looking at the Olympus from Ultra, which I know that's pretty sure that's what Jason Wish wears, and they are very nice. They have the Vibram soles and everything. They are really nice shoes, but I don't know. I priced them out, and I just couldn't justify dropping $180 to $200 on a pair of trail runners right now. I just couldn't. I couldn't justify that. So I found these for a really good price, and like I said, the Lone Peaks have been great to me, and so these are going to work out really well for me personally, and I'm excited to to wear these. Probably save them for a little bit nicer weather, but fantastic shoes. They really are. Like I said, they're not for everybody. I know Bryce Newbold hates them, but I have found that the zero drop platform works great for me. I don't have any kind of pain, and I've hiked 15 to 20 miles in the and not had any problems whatsoever. So as long as that keeps working, I'm going to stick with that platform. Hey, Up Trail is on. Hey, Bob, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for hopping on, man. Hiking guy says, don't tell Bryce, he'll make another video about it. I'm sure he will make another video about how much he hates them, but that's okay. Again, to each his own. Everybody's different. Everybody has different preferences, and whatever works for you, man. And Bryce, I'll tell you, man, that guy is a beast. He runs every single day, rain or shine, snow, cold, whatever, and I admire his tenacity, and man, I wish that I had that kind of drive and motivation. And I'll tell you, I have not. 2020 has been a rough year in so many respects. I haven't had a lot of motivation this year. Like, I've really just not wanted to. Normally, really, this has been for the past 5-6 years. I've been so motivated to walk or run every single day between 5 and 7 miles at least, and go out no matter what, and go out and at least walk, if not run. Usually more walking than running. But and I don't know, 2020, I have not had the motivation. I have not had the desire. I just have not wanted to do any of that. And so I've been so lazy. I've been eating poorly again, and kind of really, just gotten back in bad shape. And so I'm not going to say New Year's resolution, because I absolutely hate that terminology. But something I'm going to be doing is getting back into focusing on taking care of myself and getting back into shape again, for sure, because I don't want to be a blob like I've been, because I've been a huge blob. And I really had no excuse, honestly, because I'll tell you, I started working from home in March, and my kids were home from school every day. I really had no excuse. I should have been going out at lunch every single day and doing a run or something, or walk, and I didn't. And now the weather's really crummy, and now I really don't want to do it. And it's just, what the heck? What's wrong with me? So I need that motivation back, guys. Help me with that motivation. Oh, thanks, A. Todd says sweet colors. Thanks, man. Yeah, I really liked the gray and orange. I was tired of the typical. Usually I end up with something blue or something kind of bland. I wanted something a little bit different, so I went with the gray and orange. And I thought they were pretty cool looking. Harley Dude says, what do you think about the new Hoka hiking boot? I have not seen that. Unless that's... No, I don't know if I've seen that, unless that's the one Bryce was showing in his video. But I know Hoka makes great stuff, and I know that's one that Bryce Newbold likes a lot. My brother-in-law, I believe, was using Hoka for a while. He may still be using Hoka. And he was into Ultra for a while, and I think he switched over to Hoka. And I know that they're good quality stuff. And I thought about looking at them, but again, with the Ultras, I didn't want to fix what wasn't broken. Ultras have just been working great for me. So, I didn't want to change it up and then suddenly start having problems. So, the zero, like I said, the zero drop has been great. The one thing I do need to get for these new shoes is I need a new pair of gaiters. I had a pair of Ultra gaiters, and they fell apart on me. The little metal hooky piece came off of one of them, so I ended up just chucking them both. And I think I'm going to get some Dirty Girl gaiters this next go around, because they got some cool designs and stuff, and why not? I'll get something with pinup girls on them or something like that. That'd be kind of fun. So yeah, so that's another piece of gear that I got there. The shoes, again, I have lots of different shoes that I work with and train with and things normally, and I try to save the shoes like the Ultras. I try to save those for the actual trail, so I don't put so many miles on them. But I will wear the Ultras around the neighborhood and stuff like that, just to kind of get them broken in. So what do you guys think of all? Are you guys out there wearing Ultras? All Things Outdoor says, I tried Hoka and liked them, but switched to Ultras Superiors. The Hoka toe box killed my feet. Yeah, so I was looking at the Superiors as well. My friend Rob was using those for a while. He was in a hashing group. They do runs and things like that, and he had a pair of Superiors, and I think that was actually what got me interested in Ultras, to be honest with you. So I was looking at the Superiors as well, but I didn't go with those just because I like the Lone Peaks. I like the way they look, and I like the way they feel. Yeah, and I've tried other shoes as well. I've tried the Salomons. I've tried a couple others, and they just crush my toes. So that wide toe box, is great. I do have a pair of Keens that I use for the colder months. Like they're waterproof, water resistant. So I use those a lot this time of year, especially when I go. If I go somewhere I know it's gonna be really wet, I'll wear the Keens still because they're pretty comfortable and they keep my feet fairly dry. So they're kind of nice, not bad shoes. Keen makes some nice stuff. They're kind of get underrated, but they really are some pretty good quality stuff. So, and I know Bryce was talking about the rubber piece here on the front. This piece always coming off, or him hearing about that always coming off. I really didn't have a problem with that on my 3.0s. It may have peeled off a little tiny bit, but I think they fixed that issue with the glue on the front. I mean, that's not going to peel off anytime soon. I don't think that's going anywhere. Anytime you've got a piece of gear that's you're rough on, things are going to happen. Things are going to, they're going to fall apart. And what I really also like about these are the lugs on the bottom. These are some really nice lugs. They give you some great traction. They call them the trail claws. That's what they call them. But man, these things are grippy and they are fantastic. So yeah, I really like them. I like them. And like I said, I got these at a good price. They were under $100. They were actually, I think they were under $95, maybe like $85 to $90 or something on Amazon. So not a bad deal. I don't know if that was a Christmas special or not, but you can usually find good deals on Ultras if you just know where to look. If you go out to Zappos, or another really good site is 6pm.com, number 6pm.com. They have a lot of older model Ultras that they'll put out there at ridiculous prices, like $50-$60. So if you don't care about the version of a shoe or whatever, go out there and check it out. And if you're looking for a good deal, so that is that. I have Ultras. I use them quite a bit, but sometimes switch back to my Merrells. Yeah, Merrells, I did not have good luck with Merrells, and I don't know what it was, but the pair I bought, they just did not fit me well. I tried going up and down a size to a half size, and they were either too big or they were too small and too tight. I don't know. I have weird feet, but so I don't know. I don't know what the problem was with Merrells, but they did not go well for me. So anyway, so another piece of gear that I ended up getting with some of my Christmas cash was, I think I talked to some of you guys that I hang out with, that I had been wanting a Yeti style cooler forever. And I wanted it for mainly overlanding, but also doing backpacking trips, because a lot of times I'll drive to some location and I might stay at the trailhead and end up camping out, staying in my car at the trailhead. I did that in West Virginia this past summer at Spruce Knob, Seneca Creek area. So up until now, I've been taking these coolers that I had. They were just these Igloo coolers that they're really nice coolers, but they're really meant for, like a day trip kind of thing. And they really did not keep ice any longer than 24 hours. And so, when I go up there and try to keep stuff really cold, or try to have a cold drink in the car waiting for me when I got back to the trailhead, because I'll tell you, when you're backpacking in the summer and it's hot and you're thirsty as heck, all you want is something ice cold to drink when you get back to your vehicle. And every time I tried to do that with these coolers, I get back and everything would be just, the ice would be all melted. Everything would be like lukewarm and awful. And I was like, man, I'm getting a stupid Yeti cooler. I need something that you know, will keep my stuff cold for a while. But again, I am cheap, and I did not want to spend the kind of money that a Yeti cooler costs, because those things are highway robbery, in my opinion. I just think they're absolutely ridiculously expensive. So I was like, you know, I'm not buying a Yeti. I'm not going to spend the money on that. So I looked around at some other alternatives, and so I was looking at one that's basically a knockoff, and it's called the Arctic, RTIC cooler, and it's just it's a Yeti knockoff, and I almost pulled the trigger on that one. Then I did a little bit more research and came across some others, and then I found this company called Grizzly coolers, and holy cow, Grizzly coolers! I mean, these things are awesome. And what I really liked about them, what really sold them to me, was the fact that they're made in USA. So that was, in my opinion, something really cool. Like, I was like, oh man, these are made in the US. And you know, they did some, I watched some comparison videos where they compared them to Yetis, and they were like, you know, these things work as well or better than the Yetis, and the price is a lot better, and they're made in the US. And so I was like, well, you know what, I think that's going to be my next cooler right there. And then when I went out to the website and I was looking at some of the branding options they have. So they have these custom ones. They have like these collegiate branded ones. They also have these branded ones for different automobile companies. So they have a Jeep version Grizzly cooler. So it literally has the Jeep logo embossed on the top of the lid. And so you guys know that I love Jeep because I drive one. Jeep Renegade, so I had to have this thing. I had to have this cooler. So I went ahead and ordered the Grizzly cooler with the Jeep logo on it, and actually I got that in orange as well. I'm on an orange kick this year. I don't know what's up with that, but it's a bright orange. There were a couple different options of colors. There was a typical like Yeti looking white, and then there was like a tan that was really boring, and I saw the orange and I'm like, the orange is cool. I'm getting the orange. That way I won't misplace it too. So it's pretty sweet cooler. And unfortunately, I would pull it up and show you guys, but the browser extension here in OBS is not working. I upgraded my Mac to Big Sur, and when I did that, it broke a bunch of stuff in OBS, and now I can't stream my browser until they had applied this fix. So anyway, I would show you that. But go to Grizzly Coolers. Just Google Grizzly Coolers if you want to see it. They are freaking sweet. I'm super excited to get that because I'm going to use that for overlanding. I'm going to use it for backpacking, car camping. I'm going to use it for all kinds of stuff. Something I especially like to do is when I go to special places out of state, I like to mule beers and stuff back from different locations, stuff that I can't get around here. So it's going to work out fantastically. The only thing it stinks is it was on back order, so I won't get it until, I think middle of January. I think it ships the middle of January, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm willing to wait because it's worth the wait. It looks really, really sweet. Well, let's see what the comments say. What size cooler? It's a 20. It's a 20, Chris. Unpaid Horror is asking, what is your opinion of sealskin socks? I'm wanting to get a pair for the trails and a lot of water crossings, but they are expensive. I looked at those sealskin socks. I have never purchased a pair, but I always heard they're awesome. I think I'm trying to think of who used them. Someone from YouTube was using them. I think it was Alex. Yeah, someone had them and said they were great. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't speak from experience, but everything I've heard about them, sealskin socks are amazing and worth purchasing. So John, I think you should purchase a pair of those and let us know, do a video so we can know to go purchase those. Chris says Grizzly is awesome. Well, that's good to know, Chris. I value your opinion very much on this kind of stuff because I know that you know what's good and what's not. So yeah, man, I think I think Grizzly just looked like an awesome cooler. Just looked, you know, the only other option would be a freezer, and right now it's not an option for me. I don't have the way to power, not a freezer, I'm sorry, a portable fridge. I don't have a way to power a fridge right now. I don't have the capacity. So I had to get a nice cooler that would keep ice for, you know, at least, you know, it doesn't have to be 10 days, but at least 3 or 4 days, and keep some ice and keep things cold. That's, in my opinion, that's sufficient. But I'll tell you, cheap Igloo coolers, well, they're not even cheap. These Igloo coolers that I had were over $100 at the time, I think, when we got them. I think both of them I got as gifts. One of them I won. But they don't have any kind of seal, you know, so they can't keep air trapped in. They're not rotomolded. You know, they don't have those cool features that these newer coolers do. So they just couldn't keep stuff cold for more than a day, especially when it was hot. Forget about it. Yeah. So eventually I will get some kind of portable fridge that I can put in the Jeep and power. But speaking of power, that's another thing that I really need to get, is a portable power pack. And something I'm looking at getting, maybe with my next revenue check from YouTube, is I want one of those power generators. I talked to Chris about this, I think the last time we hung out was, I've been looking at Goal Zero and Jackery. I think I don't know which one I'm going to go with yet, but I want something that can take solar panels and charge my stuff, that could have you know, an actual outlet on it, along with the multiple USBs and things like that. So I can power stuff when I'm out there. Nothing stinks worse than being out at a trailhead, getting ready to go on a trip, and then you go look, and hey, your camera's almost dead already before you even hit the trail. That happened to me a couple times, and because I'll do a lot of pre-filming, you know, before I even get to the trail, and so I wear stuff down, and I have little tiny battery bank, 10,000 milliamp battery banks, Anchor and stuff like that. But those things, they only charge a couple times, and I usually end up taking those with me on the trail for backpacking because they're small and light. But I want something I can keep in the vehicle, and just, you know, something I can just charge stuff for days and days. So I'm looking at one of those portable power generators, and something I could use around the house here, you know, in the event of a power outage or something. I could even use it here in the house and keep cell phones charged and stuff like that. So if you have any experience with that, I'm pretty sure Chris has the Goal Zero. If you guys have used that one or the Jackery, let me know. I'm really interested in knowing what y'all think about those, and what's preferred. Let's see. Hooks and hammocks. Check out Randy Sun. I think they're a little cheaper, and I've heard good reviews. I have not heard of those. Harley Dude, Jeep, yes. Don't listen to Hooks and Hammocks. He works for Chinese company. LOL. Okay, I don't know. Uptrail says, I'm thinking about doing another Nordhaus Dunes trip in May with possibly another smaller YouTube channel like ours. You are always welcome to come. Oh, thanks, Bob. Yeah, man. You know, Michigan. I want to get up to Michigan. And you're in the cool part of Michigan, the really cool part. So, yeah, the UP, I want to get up there. And I want to see Pictured Rocks so bad. Just, you know, this year has not been in the cards. But I feel good about this coming year. I think 2021 is going to be amazing. I'm feeling good about the trips that are coming up. So, yes, Alex Meerkat. Thank you, Chris. Meerkat, he hasn't made videos in a while, but he did come to some of the YouTube meetups, John. So he had sealskins, and I know that he thought they were great because he was going through that creek there at Mohican, going right through that frozen water like it was nothing. So that's who I was trying to think of. I knew someone we knew had the sealskins. I just couldn't think of who it was. I said Alex, right? I was right. We need to have a group overlanding Zoom call. Yes, I think we do. We need to have a group overlanding something. And Chris, you know, I said in that last video, I want to do that Kentucky trail, that overlanding trail that's down there in Kentucky. It's over 100 miles, but it goes around the gorge. It goes down near Big South Fork. It goes all over the place down there. That looks amazing. But like I said, I'm a little scared to do it alone. I don't want to do it by myself because I don't think I could recover myself if I got really stuck. I don't have a winch or anything like that, so I want to go with other people that could pull me out of trouble. But I think that would be a fun trip. That would be something we could do. We could definitely go off road and do some overlanding, do some 4x4 trails. Just do some camping down in Daniel Boone National Forest. I think that would be fantastic. Oh my gosh, Hilltop Packs Ben is here. Hey Ben, how are you, man? Carlson is up for that too. Let's do it. Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do that. Hey Ben, I'm glad you're on, man, because I was just going to mention you as I was talking about new gear that I got. I didn't get this for Christmas, but I did get this from Ben over at Hilltop. I got one of his cool new battery bags, the Dyneema double-sided bags. So it's green on one side for your good batteries and red on the other side for your bad batteries. It's got a divider in the middle. This is so cool, man. I've been wanting something like this forever, and you finally created it. Absolutely awesome. I can't wait to take this on my next trip because it's definitely going to help me out. You know how many times I've reached for a battery and it was the wrong one. It was dead, and I was like, why don't I have a better system for good and bad batteries? It's funny. You don't think about these kind of things till you need something like that, and then someone, necessity is the mother of invention. So that was a necessity. The other thing I got from Ben is I got a cool new fanny pack from Hilltop Packs. So this is going to be fantastic for me as well because remember earlier I was talking about my camera, the pouch, the chest pouch. That worked out well for a while, but it's like I said, it's been really annoying lately. I just hate having that chest pack on my chest. This is going to be at my waist, and I'm going to use this to put the camera in for when the weather gets crummy or I just need to put the camera away or whatever. When I'm not using that Peak Design clip that I showed you guys, the camera's going to be in my fanny pack on my waist. So another piece of gear that I am super excited to try out. Thank you so much, Ben. That is awesome stuff, man. Just killing it with the gear over there. Just absolutely killing it, man. You're knocking it out of the park every time with your stuff. Just pick a date. I could call in sick for that. All right, guys. Well, we got to start planning some trips for sure. We need to start getting some stuff put together. We need to get some stuff on the calendar and do some trips. I want to do some stuff with you guys, especially all you. I think all of you on here are YouTubers, or all of you are backpackers. Let's do some stuff this year. Let's make it happen because I don't want another year like 2020 where I just couldn't go do stuff, where I was afraid to do stuff. I want to get out this year for sure. Oh, well, Hiking Guy put his Gmail account in here, so all right, man, I will get with you and we'll get this trip worked out. We'll get a good date on it. But yeah, so just wanted to show you guys some of this gear, some of this stuff. Just thought I'd chat, and thanks so much for joining me. It's been a fun time. I'm glad to see you all on here, and I think with that I'm going to wrap it up. It's a little bit shorter tonight, 45 minutes or so, but thanks guys for watching. Thanks for spending your Sunday night with me, man. I'm honored. So take care. Look for some new videos coming up. I'm going to be working on some gear reviews and stuff down here in the new studio. So all right, guys, take care. I'll talk to you guys real soon.